On the evening of June 1st, 2025, residents of Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, witnessed a violent hailstorm that left a trail of destruction across the metroplex. The storm, which developed rapidly in the late afternoon, unleashed hailstones as large as baseballs, causing extensive damage to homes, vehicles, and infrastructure. The severe weather event began as a complex of thunderstorms moving south from Oklahoma, intensifying as it reached North Texas. By early evening, the National Weather Service issued multiple severe thunderstorm warnings for Dallas, Ellis, Johnson, and Tarrant counties, cautioning residents about the impending hail and strong winds. Meteorologists reported that the storm system was fueled by warm, humid air, which created the perfect conditions for supercell thunderstorms. These powerful storms produced hailstones ranging from quarter-sized to baseball-sized, particularly in western Fort Worth and surrounding areas. As the storm intensified, hailstones pounded rooftops, shattered windows, and dented vehicles across the region. Reports from Fort Worth indicated that some hailstones measured up to 2.75 inches in diameter, comparable to the size of a baseball. Residents shared dramatic images of hail-covered streets, with some areas experiencing hail accumulation resembling snowfall. The storm also brought winds reaching 65 to 70 miles per hour, further exacerbating the damage. In Arlington, homeowners reported roof damage, while businesses suffered broken signage and shattered glass. Emergency responders were dispatched to assess the damage and assist residents affected by the storm. Authorities urged residents to seek shelter indoors, advising them to stay away from windows and protect their vehicles. The National Weather Service maintained a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of North Texas until 10 p.m., warning of continued hail and strong winds. Despite the intensity of the storm, no fatalities were reported, though several individuals sustained minor injuries from flying debris. Insurance companies anticipated a surge in claims related to hail damage, with early estimates suggesting millions of dollars in losses. Meteorologists predicted that unstable weather conditions would persist throughout the week, with additional chances for severe storms, hail, and localized flooding on Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures were expected to remain near or slightly above normal, with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Residents were advised to stay informed through local weather updates and prepare for potential storms in the coming days. Meanwhile, 14 people were injured by a bolt of lightning in Tarrant County on Sunday, officials say. According to Cresson Fire Chief Ron Becker, the incident happened when a group of people were attempting to hold down a canopy during a storm. Becker said the group was at Benbrook Lake when Sunday's storm swept through the area. In the midst of the high winds, 14 people gathered under a canopy, which they attempted to hold down during the storm. Lightning struck the canopy, a tree, and a vehicle, Becker said, causing injuries to all 14 occupants. Of the injured people, 12 were treated for minor injuries and released at the scene, according to Becker. The other 2 were taken from the scene for non-life-threatening injuries. During the same fast-moving storm that moved through North Texas on Sunday evening, large hailstones fell in Tarrant County while the weather pushed eastward. Local news viewers submitted videos and images of hail that fell in Arlington and surrounding areas around 7:30 p.m. Sunday. The storm was moving eastward at around 25 miles per hour around 7:30 p.m. Sunday. Viewers reported hearing sirens as far east as Oak Cliff. The hailstones produced by the storms were large enough to cause damage to vehicles and other property. The hail could also cause injury to individuals outdoors during the storm. An updated report from the NWS Fort Worth, Texas was issued on Sunday at 8:50 a.m. for strong thunderstorms until 9:15 a.m. The alert is for Collin, Hunt, and Rockwall counties. The storms could bring wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour and marble-sized hail, 0.5 inches. At 8:49 a.m., Doppler radar tracked a strong thunderstorm over Farmersville, or 12 miles northeast of Wiley, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour, states the NWS. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Other locations impacted by this storm include Kellogg, Frognot, Kingston, Cache, Clinton, Union Valley, Floyd, Blue Ridge, Josephine, and Copeville. This includes Interstate 30 between mile markers 77 and 97. The NWS adds, if outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. A multi-day severe weather threat continues on Monday, with millions of people from the plains to the upper Midwest bracing for powerful storms that could produce damaging wind gusts, large hail, and even some tornadoes. The continued threat comes after powerful thunderstorms rolled across portions of Texas on Sunday, producing lightning that struck a canopy and injured people outdoors at Mustang Park on Lake Benbrook who were under it at the time. On Monday, tens of millions of people from Texas to Minnesota will need to keep an eye on the sky and prepare for possible storms on Monday. NOAA's Storm Prediction Center has highlighted areas of the country from the U.S.-Mexico border in Texas to the U.S.-Canada border in Minnesota, where the threat of severe weather exists. However, more than 2.6 million people from the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles to southwestern Minnesota have been placed in a Level 2 threat on the SPC's 5-point severe thunderstorm risk scale. This includes cities such as Amarillo in Texas, Sioux Falls in South Dakota, Sioux City in Iowa, Cheyenne in Wyoming, and Grand Island in Nebraska. Tuesday will mark the third day of the ongoing severe weather threat, and the risk zone includes major cities such as Dallas and Fort Worth in Texas. More than 14 million people from Texas to southwestern Wisconsin have been placed in a Level 2 out of 5 threat, including people in cities such as Fort Worth and Arlington in Texas, Oklahoma City and Tulsa in Oklahoma, and Kansas City in Missouri. Cities like Dallas, Chicago, and Milwaukee have been placed in a Level 1 out of 5 threat. The main threats from storms that develop on Tuesday will be damaging wind gusts and hail, but tornadoes cannot be ruled out. The severe thunderstorm warning for Freestone and Limestone counties is no longer in effect. A severe thunderstorm watch is issued for central Texas counties until midnight. A severe thunderstorm warning for Freestone, Leon, Limestone, and Madison counties is in effect until 10:45 p.m. Damaging winds capable of downing trees and power lines are possible. It is recommended to remain in a sturdy shelter until the warning expires. A severe thunderstorm warning was in effect for Bell, Falls, and Milam counties until 7:15 p.m. A severe thunderstorm warning was in effect until 6 p.m. for Hill County as a storm capable of up to 1-inch hail and 60 miles per hour winds moves out of Johnson County. This storm was moving southeast at about 20 miles per hour. As of 4:45, no storms are severe across central Texas, but a few storms are rolling across McLennan County and Robertson County right now. These storms could bring heavy rain and frequent lightning to any areas they impact. All activity is moving from north to south. A severe thunderstorm warning for Freestone, Leon, Limestone, and Robertson counties was in effect until 2:45 p.m. this afternoon. Damaging winds capable of downing trees and power lines are possible. Central Texans are recommended to remain in a sturdy shelter until the warning expires. A severe thunderstorm watch was issued until 10 p.m. The storms that moved south from the Red River this morning created a new environment for storm development across central Texas. So far, one storm has been severe, with up to half-dollar-sized hail falling over Limestone County around 2 p.m. Thunderstorm chances will continue into the evening, and with heat and humidity firmly in place, some of these storms could turn strong to severe. Coverage will be scattered, so not everyone will see storms this evening. A severe thunderstorm watch has been issued through 10 p.m. Otherwise, overnight temperatures should fall back into the lower and middle 70s area-wide. After storm chances come to an end tonight, we should also stay dry through the overnight hours. Rain chances are low for Monday, but some storms will be possible around and near central Texas. Overall, it's a very low chance. Temperatures will still be very warm and humidity will still be high for tomorrow afternoon, though. Temps will be in the lower 90s, but feels like temperatures could be around or a little above 100 degrees. Better storm chances move in by Tuesday, and we will have daily chances through at least the middle of the week. Given that we are in a warm and humid environment that won't be going anywhere, some storms could be strong to severe. Biggest threats for severe weather will be Tuesday/Wednesday. Otherwise, expect high temperatures in the upper 80s/lower 90s with a persistent southeasterly breeze. A round of severe weather brought flood warnings and tornado watches to north-central West Virginia Friday afternoon, flooding roadways and knocking out power for thousands of customers. A local news employee reported caution tape blocking off Old Monongah Road in Fairmont and flooding along US 250 in the area as of 7:30 p.m. Another employee reported around the same time that Main Street in Bridgeport was closed near All Saints Catholic Church, and that a tree was down on Center Street near Almost Heaven Desserts. MonPower's outage map reported at 7:30 p.m. that 15,183 customers across north-central West Virginia were without power. The Harrison and Marion County 911 logs show several flooding and water rescue calls throughout Friday afternoon and evening. As of 8:15 p.m., Doddridge, Ritchie, and Harrison counties are under a flood warning, while Monongalia, Marion, and Preston counties remain under a flash flood warning. Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist Justin Kiefer said he expects floodwaters to recede across the region as we head into the evening. The hurricane season started Sunday with strong thunderstorms rumbling through South Florida due to tropical moisture. There was a marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5 of severe weather, which could produce a storm or two and isolated wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour. There was property damage in Broward County after a storm in Margate's north side of Royal Palm, just west of Rock Island. The radar estimated there were up to 70 miles per hour winds off 63rd Avenue in Margate. There will be more storms on Monday, Tuesday, and early Wednesday due to the trapped tropical moisture. The forecast for rainfall totals is 2 to 4 inches with a swath of 6 inches possible. Broward and Miami-Dade counties are still in a moderate to extreme drought after a drier than normal dry season.